thought when one farmer said there's been no bees nearby since a data center was built. Now another Texas farmer claims every calf since a data center arrived has been stillborn, meaning they have no signs of life. Clayton Tucker, who is running for Texas Agriculture Commissioner, shared the rancher's story at a public meeting. They believe the low-frequency hum and vibration from a nearby energy facility are causing his cows to now sleep by the road. A similar story comes from Bell County, Texas. Fowler Farms reports that since the construction of a $700 million data center within 5 miles of his property, it's emitting constant noise, including low-frequency sound that's audible to animals but not humans. He says this is preventing them from breeding and can cause grown cattle to lose roughly 30% of body weight. The scariest part is the fact that we still don't have any long-term studies on the impact of these EMFs and data centers on animals. But what's become undeniable is the new hyperscaling of data centers is putting real strain on rural land, water, and power systems. Just in Texas, nearly 2 million acres and 20,000 farms have disappeared in just 5 years, with that number growing every single day. It's up to consumers to help put a stop to this. It has to start with supporting our local farmers, so you can use the localized farmers market app to connect with these local producers. It's far worse than
Shalom. Kahalayimlah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKadosh. And double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who taught me this truth. And, they taught us that this devil, he is the devil. And what he's doing is he's on a quest for world domination via his technocracy. And the data centers are said to play a big part in that. Now, there's a lot of different conspiracy theories surrounding the data centers. Some people believe that, they're saying that these data centers need water so that they could steal the water to redirect the water to their underground bunkers for their post-nuclear survival that they believe they will have. But the title of this video that I'm going to put is, I saw this in a kid's movie. And there were certain parts in this video and the things that he mentioned that I did see in the children's movie. As y'all know, brothers know I always watching these children's movies because I have a bunch of children, I should say. But the movie was called Hopper. And in that movie, they actually featured the MOTB technology, or a variation of it, because there was a college professor and she developed a technology where she could hop her consciousness into a robotic animal. And with that robotic animal, she can dwell amongst the real animals and communicate with them. So it was like a MOTB type of technology where, like I said, you could transfer your consciousness into this robotic vessel. And so when they transferred their consciousness into this robotic vessel, they were doing this because the animals were not being in their natural habitat. And so when they got amongst the animals and they communicated with the animals told them that there were these new trees that were being set up. They were disguised as trees, but really they were like these towers. And they said in the movie that these towers, they emitted a sound that only the animals could hear, and it drove the animals away. So this technology that this guy's speaking of in this video, it was actually in that children's movie, which shows you that, this is real technology that they have. It's a real thing. This man is really destroying the earth because he doesn't want the Israelites to inhabit the earth. The earth was made for Israel's sake. That's in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, the 54th verse on down. And so the Heavenly Father is going to destroy this man because he's destroying the earth. And I'm going to read that precept. Because anytime you have somebody who is destructive, this is why the scriptures call him the son of perdition. We'll read that next, because the word perdition goes into destruction. The Heavenly Father has to remove this man. Otherwise, no flesh will be saved. And I'm going to hold that one too. This is Revelation chapter 18. Let's see. Oh no, it's Revelation chapter 11 and verse 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged." The dead are the other nations. It says, "And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, the name of the Lord. It says small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Who destroys the earth? Esau, Edom, beginning with America, Babylon the Great. Because in the book of Jeremiah, it calls Babylon the Great a destroying mountain. Mountains represent governments. This is a destructive government, man, here in America. And the Heavenly Father is going to take it out of power via nuclear war. And America is going to be consumed in a lake of fire. And the only thing that's going to be left is the desert. It's going to be sand. This is Jeremiah, let's see, destroying mountain. Is it 24? Destroying mountain. Bear with me. Jeremiah 51 verse 25, it says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth. You see, America's destroying the earth, man. They got an island of trash in the ocean the size of Texas, man. How does that happen? That's not a mistake. When you have all the money in the world, you have all the resources in the world, why can't you just build a gigantic hole, set it on fire, and throw trash in it? Why can't you do that? Why do you have to pollute the earth? Why do you have to destroy the earth, the ecosystem, destroy the natural seeding process with GMOs? Why? Because you are the son of perdition, because you are the son of destruction. And you take such a heavy topic as destroying the earth and you'll incorporate that into a children's movie like it's a light thing, like it's a playful thing. And in the movie, the one who was lobbying and the politician who was lobbying and running to tear down all the wildlife and build corporate offices, guess what he looked like? An Edomite. Jeremiah 51 verse 25, it says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth. And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks. And I will make thee a burnt mountain, because the Lord's going to burn up America. That's how he's going to make this place a burnt mountain, because it destroys the earth to the point where, like I said, if this devil was to continuously rule, continuously experiment, continuously push his devices in the earth, no flesh will be saved. That's what the Lord said. Matthew 24 and verse 22, it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So it's for the elect that the Lord is speeding up the times. Okay? It's the elect that the Lord is not going to allow to perish by your destructive ways and your destructive nature. In the NLT, it says, in fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive. So this devil's a madman. He's not fit to rule. It says, woe unto thee, O land, when thy king is a child. That's this devil. You know, there's some kids, some babies, they come in daycare, they just destructive. They just breaking all the toys for no reason. They smacking other babies across the face. They throwing the food everywhere. They spitting at you. They hitting the teacher. All type of shit. This devil gotta go. It says, but in fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive. But it will be shortened for the sake of God's chosen ones. You see? And the chosen ones begin with the chosen nation, which is the elect, which is the nation of Israel. Let's go to this word perdition, because this is what the Bible is talking about. You are who the Bible is talking about. If not, where and who is he? It's you. You so-called white people, which are the biblical Edomites. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. In the NLT, it says, the one who brings destruction. Let's go to the word perdition. You got, in the video, they said that the bees are no longer around. The cattle is not gaining weight. You got stillborn calves, all off of this great technology. Donald Trump was recently quoted saying that you can't fight against the data centers. You got to roll with it. As destructive as this thing is, which shows you that there's an agenda behind it. There's a real agenda behind it, and it's only going to benefit the people at the top. Because everybody at the bottom, all the common folk, they don't want these things. The only people that want them are the politicians, the presidents, you know, the governors, the senators, which should tell you something. That should tell you something. The world is broken down into classes. Upper class, middle class, lower class. You know, plebeians and patricians. You know, the nobles and the serfs. And the nobles, if the nobles want something, the serfs can't stop it. This word perdition in the Greek. Bear with me, I don't know why it's not loading. Come on. Let's try this again. The word perdition. Apoleia.
Strong's G 684. Apoleia. Apoleia.
Apoleia, which is sound like Apollyon in the book of Revelation. Was at the 8th chapter. It mentions the star. It mentions the king, which his name was called Apollyon, which is the destroyer. So Apoleia in the Greek here for perdition, and it says destroying, utter destruction of vessels. So these are vessels fitted for destruction, as the scriptures say. Not only a vessel fitted to be destroyed, but a vessel that's fitted to dish out destruction. This is why our forefather Isaac, who was Yahushua in the reincarnation, he blessed Esau with a sword, okay, which is supreme military strength, you know, military skill, the ability to kill at a high level. That's what this devil was blessed with. So he's fulfilling his blessing by doing these data centers, doing the GMOs, doing the 6 Jizzle towers. He's just fulfilling his blessing. Yes, it's destructive. Yes, it's destroying the earth. Yes, it does more harm than good. But this is what he was blessed with, you know? So we look at it as a curse, as a damn problem that needs to be solved. And he's looking at it like we're blessed to be able to destroy shit. It says a perishing, a ruin, destruction. The destruction which consists of, they're going off right there, because there's no place underground where you burn forever. So the son of perdition is Esau, Edom, and he's being revealed. It said that they shall not come except the man of sin be revealed. Who's the person that's doing all of this destructive shit in the earth, man? Who is he? It's the so-called white man. You can't say it's the Chinese man. You can't say, and don't get me wrong, the heathen, they do their fair share of bullshit. You know, they do their fair share of mismanaging the earth. But the leader of it all, and the one who has the power to, you know, put a stop to it or do things the right way, is the so-called white man, because the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, that's Job chapter 9 verse 24. So they have the power. The earth is in their hands. But what do? They devise iniquity instead of solutions. Instead of solutions, they devise iniquity. They work evil. Micah 2 verse 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. You see, so they have the power to do evil. They have the power to do good too, but he wouldn't be the devil if he did good. He wouldn't be himself if he did good. Jeremiah 13 says, can a leopard change his spots, or the Ethiopian change his skin? Then may ye do good that are accustomed to do evil. So these devils, they can't do good if they wanted to. Okay? They're like a leopard that can't change their skin. You can't change your soul. Your soul is not upright. Nothing you can do in this life to make your soul upright. Not a movie you could watch, a book you could read, a goddamn anything, man. You were made to be the devil. You were made to be destructive. Last precept I'll get is Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. Look at the animals, you know, the abundance, of resources and nutrition, it's all fading. You know, bear with me, cause like I said, I'm driving, I'm trying to park. But the earth in its prosperity, its prosperous form that we're used to it being in, the paradise that the Lord created in the beginning, it's fading away under the rulership of this devil. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. That's it. You don't apply the laws of the Heavenly Father, man. The Lord talks about a land Sabbath. If you did that, you wouldn't need GMOs. Okay? The Lord talks about fish that are clean and unclean. The unclean fish are unclean because they clean the ocean, man. You wouldn't have all that trash and shit in the ocean if you wasn't eating the shrimp, the crab, and the lobster, man. See, you don't know how to rule because you don't know how to rule with the Lord. Okay, if you don't know how to rule with the Lord, you're ruling in destruction. Your work's unprofitable. Your work's in vain, and it's leading to your own destruction. So Lord is edifying. Well, I'll read 6. It says, therefore have the curse devoured the earth. That's the nuclear missiles. And they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. You see? Burned. Why? Because that nuclear destruction, that fire is coming, man. You guys can play around like ain't no fire coming, but it's coming, and it's coming to the earth. We just read it here. It didn't say nothing about under the earth. It said that they're going to be burned on the earth, and few men are going to be left. So Lord, when this is edifying, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Kwam Yasharal, Shalom.